Okay, this next setting tab that we're going to cover is going to be more have to do with aesthetics, really. It doesn't really affect the analysis, but it does change the look and feel, or you can change the look and feel, the formatting of your decision tree. So I'm going to go to settings, and just to show you what the default is right now, if you go to format in the settings dialog, you see that it uses the RGB fill for shapes. So that means it uses the red, green, and blue colors. So that's what you see right now, the dark red, the dark blue, and the dark green. It uses the black borders by default. Let me zoom in here so you can really see those. When you click on, you can see the black trim there, and that's the default setting. But if you want to change that, you can go here and easily use the RGB for the borders. So I'm going to hit that and hit OK here. And you can see now it uses the same color for the borders as it does. Again, this is just very aesthetic stuff. Some people like the black trim, some people like the same color all the way around. So again, you can control that. Not only can you control those basic things, but if you want to use the new and advanced graphics that Excel now has to offer, you can actually turn that stuff on. It's not exactly easy, not intuitive, so I'm just going to go ahead and show you how to do that here right now. So again, I'm going to go to settings, and I'm sorry, to the format tab here, and I'm going to go ahead and turn on use workbooks shape and line defaults. Right now it's just using the basic uh, default line and shape formats, but I'm going to click this right here. I'm going to continue to use, well, let's turn those off just to kind of show you. If you want to use completely the workbooks shape and line formats, then we'll just use that first option by itself. I'll hit OK. And now what it does is it uses whatever settings you have at the worksheet level or the workbook level for your shape and line formats. For example, let's say I want to change these and use one of those fancy beveled with the reflection and all that. So I'm going to grab one of these shapes. I'm going to right click on it. And now I have the shape selected, not the actual node. So a left click will select it, but a right click shows you just the node. And I'm going to right click on this one here so that it's still dark. And I will go to Format Shape. And again, we can do this either through the menu up here or with our dialog or action pane over here. For me, I'm just going to do something very basic here, or very simple. I'm going to go ahead and use the shape format menu, and I am going to pick one of these default shapes that's already kind of fancy. I'm just going to grab this one right there. And you can see now I have the beveled look. Let's zoom in here. I got the gradient and the beveled look, and so now I'm going to right click on that and set that as the default shape. And while I'm here, let's go ahead and change the default line as well. So I'm going to grab my line and let's just make it, let's just make it dashed. We'll choose this heavy dash right there. And that will be the default. I'm going to right click it again and choose set as default line style. So that's the way you control the default shape and line inside of a workbook. And now when I click redraw in SolutionTree, it should now use those shapes and styles. So that's something, it's purely aesthetic, it's for you. Everything else still works, all the functionality, you can expand and you can collapse. Now I still like the color schemes, the red, green, blue color scheme, so I'm going to turn that feature back on. Right now the default color and the default line color is all determined by your setting that you just created. But we can still use both. I'm going to use the workbooks shape and line formats, but I'm also going to use the RGB color for the fill and the shape. So I'm going to hit OK. And there we go. So now I have kind of the best of both worlds if you want to use those different features there. So, our different settings for your style and format. Okay, so that again is the format tab inside of the settings dialog. I'll see you in the next video and we'll cover the sheet tab here in settings.